both won the crossover, beating the second place team from the opposite pool, and then both lost Israel to Canada and the U.S. to Iroquois, both fairly convincingly, but we're expecting this to be a tight-fought game, and we really don't know what to expect.
Yeah, you know, I think Israel will go as far as Luke Pilcher can carry them, because he is probably the one superstar on the floor, and I mean, a lot of good players on both teams, but I think the key is going to be whether the USA can contain him, and we saw him break out a few games ago. Canada obviously contained him. We just got one goal against them, but that might be the key, what they can do to minimize him.
Well, and he had, 6 goals and 4 assists when Israel played Poland. He was absolutely the spark for that club, and he made a huge difference for them in terms of turning that game around and really turning the tournament around. And I was watching him in warm-up. I was down on the floor watching, and then watching him finish up as we're up here. And he was just ripping it. Seth Mahler,
I saw that,
and he was painting corners.
Picking corners off.
It was unbelievable.
And that was after all the players had left the floor after warm-up. He stayed on extra.
He was the last player after warm-up.
Well, if you want to use this logic, you say Poland defeated the U.S. By about 6 goals, and then Israel defeated Poland by more than 6, I believe. So does that mean Israel? And we all know in lacrosse that means nothing. Right? You cannot say this team beat that team, so that means nothing, because teams develop.
Drive yourself in a circle.
Oh yeah.
With a bunch of this team beat them, they beat them, they beat them.
We should be able to beat them.
So they should beat them, but then the other team beats the top team, and you're like, okay, none of that makes sense.
I guarantee, you know, everyone on the coaching staffs and the players out here know enough that to not rely on any of that. They know the results of the team that wins the bronze medal is going to be the team that shows up and plays their best game here today.
Roy Colsey was telling you before the tournament that their goal was to improve every game, just get better as they went, and they've clearly done that, which is another reason to dismiss the Poland game.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you know what? They lost in overtime to the Iroquois earlier in the tournament, and yesterday, I don't even remember what the final score was. They lost
23-6.
23-6, but that was a different Iroquois team. That was, they had 8 more players than they did at the start of the tournament, and I think there's really no shame in that loss. That was just Iroquois hitting on all cylinders, you know.
And for Israel, I mean, obviously they've had their struggles with Canada. I mean, people tend to have those.
A tough tournament when you play Canada twice.
It is. So it's just the way it worked out coming third. For them, it was the other game that they lost to Australia.
Yeah, that one could have gone either way. An 8-7 loss, and that game easily could have gone either way. And you know, they still looked good in that game. They looked dominant in their win against Poland. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I really don't know how to handicap this game. I really think it can go either way.
I really do. I feel like, Chandler Naiman and Justin Getty make a huge factor, right? If Getty plays the way he did against Canada in the second half yesterday, I think Israel wins.
Exactly. And we said that Getty's, potentially the best goalie in this tournament, and this would be a great chance to prove it.
We're going to hear the anthems, and we'll be back with the bronze medal game. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Stephen Stamp. I'm with Brian Shanahan, and we're ready for the bronze medal game. Justin Getty goes to his net. To our right, wearing the powder blue of Israel, and to our left, Chandler Naiman will be starting off for the U.S., and that was a decision that the U.S. made within the last hour. They were waiting to see how Darius Miller was. He had
he took a shot off the noggin yesterday.
Had a bit of a concussion, so he had to go through concussion protocol, and he was ruled out. So he is down behind the bench. He's going to be helping any way he can, but you know it's crushing for him to not be able to be here.
And you mentioned that he played in the tournament last year, and you thought he was outstanding last year.
He was excellent. I thought his first game, I talked to him on the floor today. He said, oh, you know, I saw the preview you did of the show. I want to say thank you for the nice things. He said, well, you played well, you earned it. And then you came out and played the way you did in the first game. He's like, that wasn't my best game. I'm like, I know, you didn't make me look very good. So I was pretty happy that you played well. I thought his next game he played quite well. So, you know, we'll see. Chandler Naiman has had some very good stretches.
He battled against Iroquois their first game against the Iroquois. That was the one that, you know, he hung in there when they were down by 4 or 5 goals and made some big saves that gave them a chance to make that comeback. They almost pulled that one off.
The other big battle that's a very head-to-head battle, Jordan Ginder for the U.S. in the white with the blue shoulder caps. He is to our left. And on the right, Harry Friedman for Israel.
Two of the best face-off guys in the tournament.
I think so. I mean, I was talking to, we've watched David Anderson's good face-off guys. Ginder takes this one for Iroquois. And I think Bo Columbus for Poland, very good face-off guy. And David Anderson was saying, "Wow, he's tough." Like this, he was talking about Friedman, and about Ginder. I mean, they're both just so hard. Here's a chance for Van Voris, right to the net, saved by Getty off the bat. A little porous defense for Israel, but here they come in the offensive zone. Tishkart hits Pilcher off the bench, but it gets away from him. Lundy races in, it comes back to Pilcher. Trail check, he holds on to it and scores.
How did he not lose that ball on the check? And you know, it's funny. You know, we talk about Pilcher being a superstar. He missed that very first pass. He just seemed to take his eye off the ball or something, but he gets it back. And I thought, and you said he likes to hang his stick out. Doesn't it look like his stick is hanging out way too much here?
Way too much.
And he just absorbed the stick check without that ball coming out.
I think honestly, I think the shot was great. I think the holding the ball on that check was better.
Yeah.
But as soon as he held the ball and was loading up there, I just kind of assumed, honestly, from watching him shoot and warm up, that was going in.
He just continued his warm up.
Yeah, he is on fire, and that is very cool to see that work he's putting. Neil Culkin fights through, gets a shot off. The 30 had expired before he did. So Ted Wells will pick it up. He and his brother Greg both playing well for Israel here. A couple of Syracuse natives. This is Jack Schenker running into the offensive zone. Karsten Nyarati on him. Throws it back up top. There's Pilcher. He'll find the captain, Brendan Lundy. Wow, there's a beautiful goal. It was actually looked like Schutz. Griffin Schutz came up and set a pick on the Israel player, ran the other way around, and it kind of took him out of position.
Yeah, I got to see that again, because Lundy just seemed to go to the net untouched. We know Lundy likes to take it low to the net.
You see the tail in there of Schutz coming up and getting on.
Well, it almost looks like Schutz pushes his man while the other U.S. defender was expecting a switch that never came.
Yeah, it looked to me like, and we don't know their system, it looked to me like Schutz should have been taking Lundy.
I agree. But, I mean, that's just becomes communication.
Yeah. Here's a drive to the net. Van Voris gets checked down. No call.
Showing us that he's willing to go to the net. Already 2 very glorious scoring chances.
There's a scrum in front as Fox is down, and Lucas Renzetti was penalties.
There's a second penalty.
Are there 2?
Yeah, Zach Jury is taking one also. I don't know who took the first one.
I think the first one's Lucas Renzetti, and
so
you were right the whole time. It was Renzetti.
It is Renzetti.
It is Renzetti.
So it's a 5-on-3 now.
great chance for them to try and get back the 2 goals they've given up in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Zach Jury plays on that West Durham team that, along with John Fox. They're teammates. Yeah, I saw something on Twitter today that didn't just say U.S. against Israel. It said Fox against Jury.
And this is so important for the U.S. because we've seen teams crippled by slow starts in this tournament.
Watch for the bounce shot from Fox. He's been excellent.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to try something different. That is a force. I was watching Fox. He was doing some late shooting warm-up too. There's the outlet pass to Pilcher. This is trouble. Nice save, though.
Huge save. They needed that.
Yes. Fox, I saw he was working on his overhand over kind of thigh high on the far side.
Well,
I think he might go for that.
Sometimes I think, you stick with what works.
The bouncer, that sidearm bouncer to the far side with the occasional hook back to the near post has been working pretty well. Israel trying to kill this 3-on-5, and Pilcher will feed it through to Endicott. That one kind of got away from Naiman, and that's a live ball and a fresh 30 if Lundy can get it, which he can. I think he comes out with
a huge play for Lundy.
Wow.
Kind of a weak rebound by Naiman to allow that. It was a weak shot by
Israel. It wasn't even on net.
Yeah,
and he kind of reached out and just
the corner.
Touched his stick. It's a real break for Israel, but you make your own luck, as they say, as Brendan Lundy.
Well, he
comes through the triple team.
2 players.
Pilcher's in the crease as he tries to accept that pass.
We're very familiar with how the U.S. likes to set up their 5-on-3. They put Schutz in the middle. I just wish they would throw it to Schutz once in a while to keep everybody honest, because after a while they say, don't worry about that guy. They're not giving him the ball. He's just a decoy.
Yeah, and the other thing is they don't really get in close enough for his picks to be very effective. Now they're coming in. Lensing will turn and fire. Misses the net. It's coming into Wiles. They've got 5 on the shot clock. He'll just have to let it rip. That's saved by Getty, and that's going to do it for the 5-on-3.
Good job by Getty to absorb that rebound. Or to leave no rebound.
Yeah, comes up into the offensive zone. Hands it off to Ori Bar-David. Renzetti's going to head to the bench, and Jury will just go a little more slowly and stay out there. Smart play to not have them both run across.
He looked at the shot clock, saw with 4 seconds to go that he might as well stay out here and prevent any fast breaks.
They also didn't send out anybody to replace Renzetti as he got to the bench. They just had Ben Tishkart wait at the back door to come out, waiting to see if they'd gotten a rebound, he would have stayed. They would have sent him forward.
Waiting to see where they wanted the offense or the defense.
There's Renzetti. He can't come up with it as the ball got away from Camden Smith. Little tie-up. Here's Tishkart on the run. He got sent out yesterday with 2 majors.
I've liked his game. I mean,
me too.
And even those I don't think he was playing dirty. He just
no, I don't think so.
Happened to, get his stick up high a few times.
Endicott to Bar-David, who throws it back down to Endicott. Ryan Foley thought for a moment it was for him. Wisely let it go. There's Lundy rolling. Great pickup by Connor McCoy, who's been very good for U.S. That 30 will expire, and McCoy's going to be all alone. Picking it up, throws it ahead to Griffin Schutz. Israel coming way out to pick up. They obviously want to put pressure on the U.S.
Looks like just one lefty on the floor for the U.S. right now.
Yeah, and Wiles will shoot and score. So the isolation of the lefty works out perfectly for the U.S.
And Brian Wiles had a great game yesterday, a couple of goals. He was the player of the game for the U.S. He's had a pretty good tournament, 8 goals coming into this game. This is his 9th one, and we talked about it, only lefty, so yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of an isolation. There is some help, but I think it was Ryan Foley was nearby, but not close enough to get on Wells. A nice shot.
And John Hartzell came to set a pick for him, but here's a chance. Another nice save by Naiman. Turning aside Liam McIvett. As Hartzell was getting there before the pick was even set, Wiles just used him as a screen. Yeah. And that worked out brilliantly for him. Here is Pilcher over to Bar-David. Now it goes over to Lundy on the far boards. He's got Nairati on him. Lundy's shot off of the captain, Ian Murray, and he's rubbing the spot where it hit him. As Tom Kerr tried to feed it through, it's going to go all the way over to the far side. Nayarati to Van Voris. Very much a two-way player, Van Voris. He's going to stay. You can hear Oliver Marty has quite his voice carries very well.
Yeah,
you hear him say, AJ, stay. There's Lensing, 11 on the shot clock. Schenker sees him coming. They switch. Nice communication with Schenker and Wells. It's interesting. You see the, again, the coaching staff.
There's a penalty.
Oh, right over in front of the U.S. bench.
Pilcher's
on the floor.
He's all right.
Very slow to get up. Looks like he took a cross check to the hip to get the extra attacker out. Now Pilcher's going to the net. Bar David follows him, shoots, just misses. They've got 8 left on the shot clock. Endicott gets to Pilcher off the face. Lundy tries to get it, and then McCoy goes after him. McCoy's going to get another one, or at least should.
Oh, there was a.
Oh, he might have thrown a punch.
I don't know if that was McCoy or the Israel player.
If that's a punch, he's out of the game.
I'm not so sure that wasn't the Israel player that threw the punch.
Was it?
I'm not positive.
Oh, it could be. It could be. I thought it was McCoy.
You
think it's Huguet?
The player on the left, I can't see his number right now.
That's Huguet, 32.
And I'm not positive.
Yeah. Lundy's going to the box.
Lundy's getting one too.
I mean, Lundy could get face masked, and he looked like he was just defending himself, to be honest.
Well, let's see if there's extra. And it does look like 2 U.S. players are going to the box.
Yeah, the first one's to Camden Smith. And that would be the original penalty, I think, on the check on Pilcher, right? But then we'll see if McCoy gets more, because he went after Lundy. I don't know if he thinks Lundy shot late on the goaltender, because the 30 was going.
I don't think it was. I mean, yeah, it was a half a second late.
Yeah, well.
You don't make a big deal about those. Let's watch the replay, see what we can figure out from this play. It was a nice scoring chance by Lundy, but they ran out of time. He picks up the rebound, and that's not even a shot.
He just lost the ball.
That actually slipped out of his stick, and McCoy gives him a shot to the head. That's a definite penalty. Honestly, I can't see what Lundy did.
That's not a punch. That's what I saw, was he slapped the back of his helmet.
Well, that might be Lundy's stick in the face there. So I was going to say, up to that point, I couldn't really see what Lundy did to deserve a penalty.
I'm still not 100% sure I saw what Lundy did for a penalty, but...
Well, I think...
It looked like he may have kind of grabbed his face mask a bit.
You know, the main thing is that your team has come out on a power play. And I think, I'm sure Lundy doesn't like being in the box, especially since he's such a big, important part of their power play.
The thing that I find amazing is that McCoy didn't get an extra one for that. He went and instigated it, swatted Lundy in the back of the head, pushed him up against the boards, was grabbing his face. Like, he did about 5 times as many things as Lundy did.
So who is in the box for the U.S.?
So Camden Smith gets the first one. Oh, yeah, he's got the one that's up on the board. And then McCoy and Lundy have gotten offsetting. So it's a 5-on-4 power play for Israel.
Watch for that top. Big outside shot from Pilcher.
Yeah. Setting up on the offside. Rips it. That one's right in the middle of the chest.
Yeah, he didn't really get what he wanted behind that. I like... You see how he goes to the crease. And, I was talking to Bob McMahon, a good NLL coach, and he says... when you play the team,
penalties.
Okay.
For what?
Oh, she doesn't know either. Oh, there we go. Illegal cross check.
And the others? I don't think we're getting it. Sorry, Bob McMahon.
Yeah, so what he said is, when you play a goalie that comes out a lot, you got to throw the ball to the crease, whether they're open or not. He says sometimes they'd whip it down to the crease even when nobody's open, just to get the goalie thinking back door and creeping back into the net. And since he said that, I've watched some really good players on the point on the power play, and they're always throwing it to the crease over and over again to set themselves up for the shot.
Right.
And I was thinking that as I saw Pilcher putting it to the crease a couple times too.
And Pilcher is the kind of shooter that's Bar David.
Too many righties. They haven't figured out how to adjust. Now they are.
Oh, the D?
No. The offense started. They had to adjust because they don't have Lundy out there.
Right. They had Pilcher at the top and realized they have to rotate. There he is in the shooter spot. Cross to Endicott. He'll rip one low. Naiman with the save just before the 30 ended. There's some whacking and swatting out there every time players get near each other. So it'll be interesting to see how it builds up. You can see the stick work by Riley DeLille there. Mackay runs him into the boards, knocks it loose. Great check by Mackay.
Yeah, that was good defense.
Yeah. Ooh.
Almost back in.
Almost back in. There's Ryan Foley.
Just a second left on the penalty. I don't think he realized.
Yeah, Foley did not see Smith coming out there.
He was lucky he didn't get his pocket picked.
Oh, off the crossbar. Matthew Huguet. Huguet's been a little bit of a forgotten man for Israel since Pilcher came in. He's now in the slot, Pilcher's. But Huguet, he is still dangerous.
Yeah, I still got 6 goals throughout the tournament.
He had 3 in the first game, right?
Yeah.
So 3 since then in their 3 other games.
Well, Huguet just ran through the crease. That wouldn't have counted.
No. And it looked like, and again, Endicott looked like he slashed someone in the crease. Fox, perilously close to the center line, but gets it across to Wiles. Of course, Lundy and McCoy are still in the box until there's another hard stop.
Nice play.
Wiles rings it off the crossbar. Getty spun around and it wasn't there. It had gone.
Getty had no idea where that was. Neither did I.
Great forecheck pressure, and they get it back. Christian Ronda finds Fox. Oh, it pops away from him, but it's going to be scooped up by Van Voorhis. Fox is getting a penalty. Wow.
I didn't see what happened there, but
well, the Israel player basically got in his way so that his teammate could try and pick up the loose ball. Van Voorhis did instead. And Fox must have checked him in the back. And Lundy and McCoy must have gotten 4 minutes each, or 5 minutes each. Because
oh yeah, they would have come out.
They would have come out. It'd be nice if we could hear that. Pilcher. They come out now. He starts to creep in, and they're coming, both of them. And Israel, you know they're going to start to take advantage of that. Endicott goes to the middle. There's Huguet. There it is. Oh, it's right in the chest again.
Yeah, you knew that shot was coming.
Yeah.
Like a fake pass, and then, you know, he was just waiting for his chance to shoot at the right time.
Honestly, having the warm-up that we watched, or the post warm-up, his shooting, it's stunning that he hit the goalie in the chest. Because he was hitting his spots. I think I saw 1 or 2 that went in the middle, and that was it. Out of what, 30 shots? Here's Lensing facing the double team late in the shot clock, gets it off. Oh, and
nice effort by Lensing.
Really nice effort. Hartzell was running off though, and he actually could have grabbed that ball and got a reset. It was right beside him as it bounced off of Getty, but he sprinted off to the bench, which is great hustle.
But yeah, if the ball's available, you want to pick it up, kill another 30. Here's another
penalty coming to U.S. now, so Pilcher just fires it. They get a reset. Back to Pilcher. He'll shoot again. The save again.
Pilcher just wants to maximize the 5-on-3 time.
Absolutely.
I mean, he'd be happy if that shot went in the net.
For sure. The first one he almost just threw it straight to.
Yeah.
Naaman, I thought the second one he
a little disappointed the rebound came out.
Yeah. Pilcher sounds like he's explaining to some guys, this is what was going on there. This is why he took that shot. Pilcher's now at 5 shots at least in the first 11 and a half minutes of this game. Israel goes to a 5-on-3, and Pilcher will come up and pick it up where the ref had left it on the tee of the Toronto Rock.
So they've adjusted. They're going to use a safety, although they haven't put him on the floor. Right there.
Yeah.
they don't have enough
trying to tell Schenker to go out, and he's busy pounding his stick on the wall. Bar David takes that pass, grabs it off the boards. Endicott. Hard shot. It's going to be picked up by Griffin Schutz. Endicott is right there.
He's got nowhere to run. I'll be impressed if he can get that out.
Bar David slowed down a second, and Schutz saw his break. Here's McCoy. Just shoots it wide. It's going to come out to Pilcher. He's got Bar David with him. They go to their own side.
David to get to the good side of the floor.
Passes it to him. Oh, not a bad shot.
I think Bar David sort of took himself away from the net instead of to the net. Oh my!
What a save!
Pilcher's, they gotta have about 8 shots already.
Yeah.
And I I dare not say he's getting frustrated.
I don't know if he is.
No.
I think he's probably feeling like
he
scored
early in the game, and he's got to know that some more of these are going in.
I think he doesn't like that a couple of them were really not well placed.
Well, that one there looked like if he shot right away after the interception, that could have been an empty netter. Oh, boy.
Renzetti and Hartzell run into each other.
Potentially.
And again, that's the highest one yet. That was up probably within 10 feet of the top of the safety netting. Here is Ben Tishkart sprinting up to maximize the
30 seconds on this 5-on-3.
Yep. Oh, they're back to 5-on-4 now. The first one's out.
Yeah.
So it's just Nairati in there now. Endicott gets it back. 12 on the shot clock. Pilcher setting a pick. Lundy down low. Bar David back up to Endicott. And Ori Bar David doesn't even look like he wants to shoot right now. Now, is that off the U.S. stick, or is it? No, it's just stick on stick.
It was stick on stick. Yeah. So, yes, it didn't get deflected, so that's why U.S. is getting that ball. They just redirected his stick.
And you can see the U.S. doesn't even come in on Ori Bar David. He looks tentative, which I don't know why, because he's a very good player. He's scored some goals in this tournament, but it just looks like he's finding the moment a bit big for him right now. Lensing along the boards. Friedman runs through a pick from Wiles. Lensing getting to the net. Didn't get the shot he was hoping for. Went right into the stick in the 5-hole. But great effort again by Lensing.
He's very good, very strong.
They're really going inside. Lensing and Van Voris.
In general, that's one of the things I've liked about the U.S.'s game. They've got quite a few guys who can play well down, beat their man down low in the crease.
Yeah, Culkin will go. Here's Lundy. Passes to Stromkar. Oh, great job there by Foley to prevent Reyes from taking away in a breakout.
If Reyes got that ball clean, he was long gone.
Heads up play by Foley. It's interesting seeing the development of Lidor Stromkar, too, number 14 for Israel, one of the two native Israeli players.
Yeah, he's scored a couple goals in this tournament so far.
And he's really, I think, stepped up his all-around play. His confidence has stepped up. And here we're getting some...
That was unnecessary. That was Jack Schenker. Pretty much it was all done when he decided to start a wrestling match. I'd be shocked if he's not getting one and possibly the only guy.
Yeah, he should be. Looks like Jury and Van Voris are going.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, it was a good scrum, but it looked like everything was contained and settled when Schenker came on and wrapped his arms around the guy. And he looks like he got away with it.
Yeah.
Lots of discussions going on in the penalty box.
Yeah. They have to use some hand signals because they've got the panes of plexiglass between them. 22.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We can't hear the refs.
It's going to be critical to see who gets the ball here because you could pull a goalie for the extra man if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, Shankar is gone. I'm glad they got him. Because
he deserves it.
That was.
I don't know why he's putting his palms up in the air.
It really was unnecessary.
Do we have a replay guy? Sorry to asking him.
Yeah, we got to see this. If
we need to see what this penalty comes from.
It was just not a.
Schenker's looking a bit bemused, but here we go. We're going to take a look.
Yeah, and it's just a scrum that's under control, and I don't even know if you have to call a penalty here yet, but if you want to send them both, that's fine. But it's
they're kind of tangled up there. I think they're both going to get him there, but
it's all
he just
over.
grabs him and takes him down, so he has to get that.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
In fact, by a strict interpretation of the rules,
that could have been third man.
That could be third man in a game as contact.
And you know what? I don't think he was trying to start a fight. I think he was
trying to stop
his man back. But you got to know.
Yeah. But yeah, they're still going. Everyone's still at it, back and forth.
Where's Shankar from? Oh, we mentioned LaGrangeville, New York.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's getting used to the box game. I remember playing in a game once against a team that a lot of players were new to the game, and a guy jumped in third man in a fight. Not even realized. He said, "Hey, I was just trying to protect my guy." And it was sincere. He was.
There's a hand being held up by one of the refs
for 5.
It's what it looks like. Nothing's gone up on the board.
Well,
yet.
I think if anyone gets 5, it's
Schenker.
Schenker. Yeah.
But he was kind of pointing the other way. No, see, it's Jury has a 5. He was the one who went down.
Unless
the
there was
US player.
a punch in the middle of that scrum that we didn't see.
If there was a punch, he'd be kicked out. They've been quite adamant about that. So it's a power play for 5 minutes for the U.S. Right now, they've got 18 seconds. You talked about the possession. They don't have to pull the goalie, though. Lensing. 11 seconds. You can go ahead and shoot if you get a chance, but they are taking their time. Oh.
They get the ball one more time.
They get it back.
Yeah. They've got to get
4
a shot on
seconds.
this. Nice save.
Oh, nice save by Getty. It goes back to Ronda. He's going to run out of time. But that's one thing they were a little tentative, I thought. To me, you just go. You've got the man advantage. 20 seconds, go right away. Don't wait for 5 seconds.
They're looking for the backdoor play on the crease, but what they are not doing is they're not selling the outside shot. I mean, Getty was there. When that pass made it through to the crease, Getty was already there, because where you watch a guy like Kanan Francis, when he puts that ball in the crease for the Team Iroquois, everybody in the arena thinks he's shooting.
Yeah.
And that's what the U.S. team haven't developed as well yet, is that ability to fool everybody. To threaten as a shooter, not just eyeballing the guy in the crease and trying to force that pass through.
We are going to go to a break. I am Stephen Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Pretty exciting first quarter so far. It's 2-1 Israel, but the U.S. has 4.5 minutes to go on the power play. We'll be back right after. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to the WJLC here in Mississauga. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Ginder and Friedman back to the faceoff dot. Ginder jumped early for one of the few times we've seen him, actually. He's been very sharp. His timing usually impeccable, but he went way early on that one. And Israel's going to have a chance to kill 30 seconds of the 4:38 remaining on the penalty, the major, to Zach Jury. There's a pass through, and that Murray looked like he dragged Pilcher down. Doug Udding can't believe there's no call. And I have to admit, I'm fairly befuddled by the calls that are and aren't being made at this point. Here's Laforme.
I thought it was all right.
Did you?
I really did.
Really?
I thought he was mostly on his stick and Pilcher went down.
Okay. All right, well then, we just saw it differently. And they're down closer than we are, so. Maybe sometimes you get a couple that you're not sure of and you start to question everything.
Yeah.
Here's Ronda. There's some jousting out front. This is a physical game. Renzetti and Schutz really getting into it. Now Schutz is going to run over and very smartly pulled up before he got right on top of Riley DeLille.
A little bit more room.
Yeah. Renzetti up to Lundy. Nice hustle by Schutz, and Lundy just at the last moment pulls away. Renzetti to the bench so Endicott can come out. They've got 15 on the shot clock. Lundy has a lane. Penalty coming to the U.S.
Oh, they call that hitting from behind? Like
maybe.
it.
Yeah. Joseph Laforme's going to go.
They've had a hard time with Lundy and Pilcher, and Lundy's had maybe his best game so far. I don't know what. Like Lundy just looked like he went down on his own there.
Yeah, he was trying to stay out of the crease.
Yeah.
So he's kind of trying to cut, and I think he just fell. So it's 4-on-4.
This should be interesting. The two-man game on this side of the floor with Pilcher and Lundy.
They've got Murray and Schutz, probably their two biggest, most reliable defenders.
Yeah.
I'm a McCoy fan too, and he's out there as well. 4 right-hand Nairati. Those are the 4 I'd pick. So hard shot gets through, but rolls past the post. Endicott was there to get it, but he bobbled it. Nairati takes off. He sees Lundy, started to speed up, stopped and spun. That's a great little play by Carson Nairati. Schutz is going to the net. Pilcher was ready to step in. Yeah. Here's the outlet pass all alone. Liam Mackay. Nice save, and Naiman lands on it.
Yeah.
Knew where it was and fell on the ball. .105 left in the 4-on-4 before U.S. goes back to the power play. Culkin trying to create. He's got Lensing with him. Gets it to him. Fox sliding down. Now he'll pop back out. Pilcher left him some space, and then tried to come over. Got the shot off. Smith went in, and Renzetti's having a chat with him.
Renzetti's been pretty nasty this game.
It's just everywhere over. I mean, just running on the far side, Ryan Foley and Parker Masters.
This is the two-man game you want to see.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Beautiful. Huget with a gorgeous shot. A lovely feed from Pilcher. And Huget just drops ahead of the stick and finds that tiny hole on the far side.
4-on-4, you really know the strength of Israel is the lefties. And the last time they played 4-on-4 was the righties playing the two-man game. You want the ball in the stick of Pilcher. And actually, I thought it was Lundy until he took the shot. And Huget scores a nice goal, but a nice pick and roll and an excellent shot. And Huget, had a great tournament. That's his 7th goal.
Ginder tries to run by Mackay, goes to the net, got the shot if it's in.
Yep.
Now, was he not in the crease? I mean, he ran right through the crease.
I think he probably was, but the referees were so focused on the ball, so was I. He may have been out of the crease by the time that went in. We'll see. And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't now. It's a nice play going to the crease.
This is Ginder's first goal. He's had a few opportunities where he went to the net. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, though.
No, he's in. He has to reestablish both feet. He's totally in the crease. Both feet. And
I think that frustrates you more than it frustrates anyone else.
No, I guarantee you I was looking at the Israel bench.
And they were feeling the pain.
Yeah. I mean, don't you find it odd that the goals allowed when the guy had 2 feet in the crease?
Yeah.
Huget doesn't know he was coming. They yell at him, and he gets it spun around just in time as Laforme comes out. Huget, hard rip. It's a little bit wide. Ori Bar David missed it. Just kind of lost track. But then they're going to... Nope, he gets tripped up. They're not going to get him back. Okay, here comes the U.S. Lensing with a shot. Comes straight to Laforme. Shoots far side. Misses. Lensing will throw it up to Fox.
And I believe he played that two-on-one well. Looked off the pass and then took the shot that they gave him, but it's just a nice save by Getty.
Fox rips it over to Ronda. And Van Voris is saying, slow down, we're on the power play, let's set this up. Well, they've only got 8 to shoot at this point. They'll give it to Fox. He's stepping in, ducks, shoots.
Yeah, he didn't get as much on that shot that he wanted. That was just almost a pass to the goalie.
Liam Mackay, he's going to be met by Wiles. Good job by Mackay to speed up so he didn't get trapped near center. Lundy, he's hanging the stick out, but Parker Masters couldn't get on it. There's Pilcher behind the net.
That's a big save.
That is a big save. Lundy steps back, and I'll tell you, you can almost reach out. I actually can reach out from behind the crease if I'm just on the side of it and put it in the net. There's a shot by a Stomkar. So you can, when Pilcher's back there, he's pretty long. He'd be close. He wouldn't have to jump far. So you can tell everyone's watching him.
Everyone's thinking about it, yeah.
Van Voorhis, Tishkart right up on him. And the major to jury will expire, and out he comes to join the fray. Oh, what a rip! Christian Ronda, little jump shot. You can hear it tick off of Getty, but not enough. And it goes in the corner.
Really nice goal by Ronda. And it looks like, I think it's Zach Jury is down on the floor. Watch Jury, the stick check, and I don't know how he got hurt there. But Ronda takes it to the net and gets an excellent shot. I was actually surprised. I thought on the Jury check there that Ronda was going to, it was almost similar to the Pilcher goal where his stick was hanging, but he didn't lose it.
We've seen a few of those. Actually on the Mackay, or the Ginder goal, Mackay was all over his stick as well. Here we'll see it again.
And the key is it doesn't go straight in. He lands in the crease, and as I said, he may have been out, but as you correctly said, you've got to have both feet established out before that went in the net. I don't even think it was out of the crease by the time that went in the net.
No, it goes in pretty quickly. I mean, a bit of a touch, but that's in. Like, yeah. I mean, if we kept it running, we could see whether he got out, but I'd say like 1% chance he was out and reestablished.
That's Zach Jury's an 18-year-old from Toronto. Plays for West Durham Ironheads.
There you go. Now, not to take away from Ginder fighting off the check from Mackay and getting that shot off, because if that ball had gone straight in, hadn't touched, it would have gone in before his feet came down, I think.
Yeah.
And then it would have been a perfect goal. So it was a great play by Ginder.
Good job by Ginder. I mean, Ginder's, for the most part, he's been a fogo. Sometimes he's looked like a fish out of water when he got close to the net, but good for him there, taking that to the net, getting a good shot that turned into a goal.
Push on the back as Friedman didn't quite have it, so Ginder will give it up. I actually think Ginder's D has been okay, and Renzetti just ran into Ginder as he's going to the bench, trying to pretend like it was an accident.
Yeah, I shouldn't be calling him a fogo, but offensively, he's not really.
Yes, he's not been.
He's not that comfortable in the offensive end.
There's a pass through the middle. Great closing check there to limit Foley's attempt. Here goes Heisler. A couple of Israel players coming off the bench. Nice job by Schenker to take that away. I did tease Ginder a little bit about the time he stood behind the net for 3 or 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever, trying to decide what to do. He said, yeah, that wasn't that sharp. Here comes Schenker. Great strip, breakaway, off the post.
Good defense by Israel to get that
Murray
ball.
Tripped up. I think he actually ran over the foot of Schenker. It's just bodies falling everywhere. This is such a physical game, and a running cross-body block by Tishkart.
Schenker's a big guy, 6'2", 202 pounds, and he's been throwing that body around, particularly in this game.
Israel getting their offense out. Ori Bar-David and Jack Schenker actually kind of walked into each other at the bench. Lundy, swim move, tries to shovel it through. It's not there, but it's grabbed by Bar-David. Nice shot for him to zip in. Here's Lundy. Shoots, it's in.
Well,
it was bouncing right around the goal line.
You know, and referee was in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can see whether it goes over the line from here. And this is Brendan Lundy. Nice shot, and
touches it. It's bouncing. He reaches back for it. Oh, I can't tell. The ref's in a way better spot.
It's hard for us to tell. We'll just have to trust the referee from where he was standing.
And I mean, you can see the blue between the ball and the goal line, but with the angle, that doesn't mean the ball was completely over. But he was right there. So
yeah, especially if that ball could be bouncing. But
yeah,
we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the referee.
Yeah. Tough break for Naaman, because if it was in by an inch at the most, probably less. There's Stomkar, feeds it through to Lundy. Great pass and another goal.
Oh, nice goal.
And Stomkar is stoked, as well he should be, and Lundy rams that one home.
And this is what we were talking about with Lundy. And there's a few players in Team Canada too, a few very tall offensive players, and you just throw the ball in that general direction, and he's so tall he can reach up and make it into a play. That's a hat trick for Lundy, having a great game.
2 goals in quick succession have pulled Israel ahead 5-3. Ginder goes through the double team, passes out, and Heisler done a nice job popping out but didn't catch the pass, where he would have had a great shooting chance. McCoy, some different...
high stick.
Yeah, here comes McCoy. He'll shoot. That one stopped by Getty. Grabs the rebound.
We talked about Renzetti been feeling a little nasty, but that's taken a little too far. Got the stick up high, pleading his case with the referee, but he will be going to the box.
Illegal cross-check called. So the U.S. to the power play, trying to overcome that little 2-goal run Israel's had. Voris was checked as he got it, but it did get to Fox. There's Voris. Oh, off the arm and then the post or the crossbar. Mackay couldn't come up with it. Now he does and spins away. What a play. Fox after him. Ducks under. Sees Pilcher coming with her, or does he? Yes, now he does. He gives it to Pilcher and heads off. Great effort by Mackay, mostly to come up with that ball and spin
to
out.
reach back, get that loose ball and turn it into a semi-breakaway.
Great effort by Fox, of course, coming back on him. And Lundy, was the shot clock about to end?
Yeah.
Okay, because he just kind of threw that one in, hoping that Pilcher could rush in and grab a loose ball. But Naaman handled it well. Here's Voris. Fox at the top as the U.S. goes strong right. Ronda backdoor, that one hits the foot of Ted Wells. Mackay is there and it kicks it along with him and comes up with it. Here comes DeLille. Lundy had to go up and get that one. But 14 seconds more on the penalty than the shot clock. Oh, all alone. Foley misses the net. Bart David's a bit too high to get down, so the quick hustle by Heisler to get it.
Foley,
and the U.S.
just found himself wide open, and Lundy spotted it right away.
10 seconds on the power play. The U.S. just getting their 5th attacker, and now there's 6. Not sure if they're going to go after this or not. Fox to Ronda. Oh, he scores.
Oh,
and if he hadn't scored,
very fortunate,
it was a breakaway.
That's a risky play. We've talked about that all week, and most teams will not take that shot just before defenders coming out of the belly box, because if that's a save, it's a sure breakaway. And he took the risk.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he knew it was a risk, if he's aware of that strategy. But I thought they were going to hold up, and Steady gets a big goal.
I mean, there are teams that won't shoot once it gets to 5 or 6 seconds. He shot literally, the ball was hitting Getty's stick as Renzetti was stepping out of the box. That was tailor-made for a breakaway the other way. But great finish by Ronda. He pulls the U.S. within 1 on. It's a power play goal because Renzetti hadn't quite stepped on the floor, I would say. I don't know, it's that close. Well, that was almost in and out off the post by Culkin. Here comes DeLille. He's going to step around, get the shot off, save by Naaman. Again, LaForme with a pretty good job racing back. We've seen that all week. Guys throwing on the brakes and going out around the on-rush transition defender. Fox under some pressure from Segal. Still trying to get underneath. Shoots. Good discipline by Renzetti to not go overboard.
Yeah,
and now he just tangles up.
Really, the defense, not very good defense for Israel there, because most of the U.S. players had gone back for defense to get ready for defense. That was a 1-on-4 with no help. Yeah, that's where the help's got to come over.
Lundy to the net. Nice save, Naaman. Where'd the ball go? It's under him. 4:45 to go here in the first half. It is the bronze medal game at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan, and I think this is pretty much exactly what we expected. A nip and tuck battle. Shuts up top to Wiles. And Oliver Marty is directing Wiles exactly where to go as they switch it up and bring Hartzell out. Now Schutz goes off and Lensing will join them.
Very slow change though, just 8 seconds left of the shot clock.
Yeah.
And they're just going to go play defense. And going for their
and it wasn't quite as high as the
shot.
one they threw last quarter.
Well, it's a good thing for safety mesh in these arenas now.
Pilcher. 4 minutes left in the half. Over to David or to Stomkar. Pilcher fakes to Lundy. Rips it and scores.
Oh my.
Just on the offside, he found his spot he liked.
Neyman's got to stop that though.
You saw Pilcher shooting in warm-up, right?
No, that's true. But you know, Pilcher does a good job of forcing the switch, and defensively, I couldn't see who that was on defense. You got to step out on Pilcher.
Yes.
And you know, even though I said Neyman has to have that, as a team, you can't allow that shot. You can't allow the best shooter in the other team to stand back and shoot, to wind up like that. You've got to be out on his hands.
Hartzell throws the pass across, but Wells is there as it was drifting to Wiles, and now Wells breaks free. He didn't know exactly which side of the ref to go. He decides to backpedal and throw it up to Renzetti. Huguet, who scored a little earlier, going all the way around to the net. It's kind of a long trot, and that one almost bounced in. Huguet gets it back, and Lundy is going to step to the middle and shoot. Beautiful finish by Lundy, and Israel is on a tear.
Yeah, it's a sloppy play and a broken play that Lundy just cashes in on. I mean, this all starts from behind the net. This missed by quite a bit. The loose ball, goes right through the crease, and give Huguet credit for reaching in, getting that loose ball, and then when Lundy has it out there with a defenseman backed in so much, that's easy pickings for him.
And Huguet's toes were maybe a centimeter off the crease line as he reached in to grab that ball. Ginder going to the net again, tries to get a pass to Fox, who just swats it at the net. He's getting a reset as Renzetti flirted with another penalty.
And Fox and Renzetti have become lifelong buddies here.
Yes. Honestly, watching Renzetti, it looks like he just wants to take a penalty every shift he's out there. He's just doing things that are going to get him in the box. Here's Lensing, shot. Getty stops it and again pounces on the rebound. Great rebound control. There's Tishkart up the floor. Murray is out, Schutz is out already. And Masters picks up Lundy coming from the bench. Great recognition by the U.S. defenders of where the danger was coming from to dispel it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds right now left in the half. Lundy swims through everybody. The ball finally comes out. We have a penalty coming. And Connor McCoy is saying, how can I have an illegal cross check when I don't even have my stick?
I don't have a stick, yeah. But it is McCoy who gets the penalty.
Yeah. There were a lot of people in there.
Let's watch. Lundy's got about 3 guys in him, on him.
It's there where he kind of had his stick up on the chest, the upper chest, almost into the throat of Lundy, and kind of pushed, and that's when Lundy kind of grabbed onto his stick to take it away from him. Now, there's 4 minutes up on the. It is. I think they were just saying there was an unsportsmanlike at it, and it's a goal for Lundy just 18 seconds into what became the first half. of a 4-minute double minor.
And Lundy having quite the half. 5 goals already.
Lundy's got 5 goals?
Yes.
And that doesn't...
I'll count them up again, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Because Pilcher has 2, doesn't he? And Hugott's got 1. Or does Pilcher only have 1? Oh, it's 8-4.
Pilcher's got 2. I'll add them up in a second.
Okay.
Lundy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got 5 goals.
Wow. Yeah, it is 8-4. Sorry, it's the slow score adding that.
Yeah, he's got
throws me
5.
off
Pilcher's
sometimes.
got 2, and Hugott's got 1.
Hugot up to Lundy. Let him shoot. He's going to go and track it down. Oh, the bouncer a little bit wide. Schenker will go and make sure the the ball's starting up top. Schenker and the Israeli defenders thought the ball was going to start down in the corner where the other ball had rolled, but they're actually tossing a new one into play. The ref picked up the other one, and Israel had to all turn around. But the U.S. just going to the penalty kill, so it's not a huge deal. No pressure, and Lensing's just going to stand. 8 seconds left. Now he'll trot down underneath the restraining line.
Still 1:14 left on the power play, so Israel will be on the power play for the rest of this half unless they score another goal.
Jury hands it to Pilcher. Bar David down to Foley. Lundy cutting back door. Endicott goes short pass to Pilcher. Gets it back. Rips one. That's off the foot of Naiman. Just into the stands down to our right. Lundy thought about letting it go. Methodical approach here for Israel at the moment. Now Endicott rips it. It's wide. That's going to get over center. It'll be an over and back. Parker Masters wants to delay a game, but I think Bar David had swatted the ball before the whistle was blown. Until the whistle goes, you can still play the ball, even if it is over and back.
U.S. try to take the ball to the net before this half ends.
Absolutely. The goal could really help drive some momentum. Wells, though, is going to knock the ball loose on a great check, and then a penalty by Wiles as he gets the stick up high.
If he's calling a penalty on Wiles, why did he blow the whistle when Israel had the ball going up the floor?
.1 seconds to go. It will be a 5-on-3.
Okay, so let's watch this play. And Lensing does try to take it to the net.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Oh, and the U.S. door is open a bit dangerous. Oh, we didn't see it. Here's Pilcher as we got to go. Oh, the pass, it comes out. Endicott gets the shot. It's stopped by Naiman. And we will go to the half. 8-4 in favor of Israel. And they'll come back with 10 seconds on the 5-on-3. 1:55. Another 1:45 after that on the 5-on-4, depending on goals scored. So what a half for Brendan Lundy and Israel. And they had that run of, what was 5 of the last 6 goals?
Yes.
So
In
really
fact, more than
hot.
that. Yeah, 5 of the last 6
5
goals.
of the last 6 goals. We'll see if they can keep it running or if U.S. can come back. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. We'll be back to the WJLC. lacrosse friends, welcome back to the 2019 World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp, he's Brian Shanahan. We're going to see how we got to this 8-4 score at the half.
Well, you know, it's funny because we talked about the two guys you have to stop on Israel is Lucas Pilcher, who scores a goal here, and the second guy you need to stop is Brendan Lundy. Like for the most part, they've carried the offense for this team, and they've really killed the U.S. in this first half. But here we see a goal by Brian Wiles. That made it 2-1 in the first quarter, and Wiles has been one of their most consistent scorers. But the two-man game between Pilcher and Huguet works for Israel there. That made it 3-1. This goal where you correctly mentioned he was in the crease. That was Jordan Jinder on the he's their face-off man, took it to the net, made the score 3-2, and the U.S. ties it here in a beautiful goal by Christian Ronda, 3-3. But then it becomes the Brendan Lundy show after that. This one takes a shot and it just bounces in. The referee, you can't really tell on that replay, but the referee was right on the line, called that a goal. And from then on, it was all Israel. Lundy scores another one. That made it 5-3. I said it was all Israel. U.S. scores a late power play goal on Christian Ronda. That made it 5-4. But then 3 straight goals are going to come for Israel, and one's an outside shot by Luke Pilcher. And this is kind of a strange one behind the net. Great job by Huguet to get it to Brendan Lundy. The defenseman's out of position. That's Hartzell that he walks around, made it 7-4. And then on the power play, it's going to make its way back to Lundy, who is the hot shooter, and he puts that in. 8-4, 5 goals for Brendan Lundy, 2 for Pilcher. Yeah. Matthew Huguet has 1.
Great ball movement by Israel on the power play. And the thing, I mean, you talk about you've got to stay on Pilcher and Lundy, and they have for much of the half, except they gave Luke Pilcher way too much room on his 2 shots, and actually a couple others that he didn't score on. And then Lundy, a couple of gorgeous goals in tight, but also a couple where just nobody touched him. They just basically let him go straight to the net.
Well, I mean, it's a couple of outside shots he scored on, but I think a couple were broken plays where he got the ball with the defenseman kind of out of position. And once you start running at him out of position, he's so big and tall and strong that he's going to make you look foolish, and he did that a few times.
Yeah. The U.S., meanwhile, the one lovely Brian Wiles goal, I thought Ronda had a couple of great goals. I mean, he and Neil Culkin basically competing for the most spectacular goals of the tournament for the U.S. So some really good things happening for the U.S. They've got to shore up the defense, obviously, and then get back to what was working for them offensively. So we'll see what happens as we go back to the second half of the bronze medal game here at the IIJL 2019 World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. We'll be back with more in just a few minutes. Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome back to the 2019 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. 8-4 Israel in the next 2 minutes are going to be pretty critical with Israel on the power play, starting 5-on-3 for 10 seconds.
Yeah, and if they can win this face-off cleanly, and that's a big if because they got two good face-off men in Friedman and Ginder, but if they win this cleanly, you could bet they're going to try to get a shot within the first 10 seconds because they would like to maximize, the 5-on-3 and then maximize the rest of the penalty.
Yeah, and I mean, Harry Friedman has been very good at the dot for Israel, but Jordan Ginder has been dominant. Yeah. I know he really wants to play box across, make the move over, and really take off in this game. And
that's Ginder you're talking about?
Yeah, and if he can work on the defensive side of his game, because, I mean, he recognizes you can't be a Fogo. There are very few Fogos. There's one Fogo in the National Lacrosse League. So you really have to focus on learning the full game, becoming a good defender.
And he's going to Duke University. I don't know if he's a freshman or if he's been there.
I think he's going in this year.
Yeah, that would make sense because he's in 1999, so he's only 20 years old.
Oh, well, it's 20. This is last year. Maybe he is already there. Friedman going to Boston University. One of the refs just dropped a bit of a hand grenade in the penalty box.
Yeah. And I don't know why Israel's so slow to get their guys on, because they've got 6 seconds left on this 5-on-3.
They're going to try a hidden ball trick.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Lundy's got it. Everyone's on that.
No,
they're not going to take a shot with that one. Lundy at the top.
It was kind of a half-hearted effort.
Huget with the shot. Nice save.
Yeah, half-hearted effort on the hidden ball trick.
Oh, it's an over and back.
And that was, he knocked it back himself.
And Cam Pilon has come in to play net for the U.S. for the second half. U.S. 20 seconds more that they can kill here. Neil Culkin up top.
I'd like to see the U.S. work the ball down low and work that one-on-one that they've been so good at.
Yeah, have it go now.
Instead of just throwing it up into the crowd like we've seen. We're going to see
roll it in the corner.
Right there, yeah.
They're just throwing balls into the seats.
Because sometimes, move the ball down low, try to go to the net, because, you might
get a reset.
Goal, you might get a reset, or you might draw a penalty, too.
Yeah, lots of good things. Israel, methodical. Pilcher's not out there, which is very odd. He's at the back of the bench. There's a shot by Endicott.
And I also think what you have to do on your short man is cheat on the lefties, because not to say that the righties can't score, but
they haven't shown to be as dangerous.
You've got a better odds if you're letting the righties shoot instead of the lefties.
Well, all 8 goals have come from the lefties.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, so empirical evidence suggests go after the lefties. There's a shot from Fox with 5 left on the shot clock. Gets away from Wells. It's a touch, so it's not over and back, but the 30 will expire. Van Forest might have had a chance to throw another one up into the netting there. Here's the ball, a little handoff by Tishgart. The man from the box comes, and Foley got some warning that he was coming after him as Wiles comes out. Will play defense. We've seen him do that a little bit on occasion. Tabak runs through the middle. Bar David. There's Huget.
Pilcher's still not back on the floor.
No, he is now in line to go out for the next offensive shift. Oddly enough, though, he's not. They're actually going to put some guys in front again, I think, because Lidorish Tomcare was the first guy at the door, and then Pilcher, so they have to put a lefty there. They've now got Huget ready to come out first, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Culkin to the net. Nice save by Getty.
Nice effort. That's what I want to see more of that from the U.S.
And they can do it. We've seen Ronda do it. We've seen Schutz do it.
Culkin
do it. Wiles can do it.
Lenson can do it. They've got a lot of guys who could drive the net from there.
Schenker had Huguet cutting back door, didn't see a lane to get it to him, so just leaves it for Bar David. They'll set up again 3 minutes into this third quarter.
Yeah, and Pilcher, there's got to be something going on there because he's not on again. That's 3 shifts in a row.
Bar David takes the pass, and he's standing second from the door, but Ryan Foley the first one, so they're going to put a lefty. A shot by Lundy, they'll put a lefty in front of him again. Bar David is going to watch to make sure that Fox can't pick it up and take off now. He's got Tishkar there to take his role, so he'll run to the bench and let Ted Wells get out. Brian Wiles with it. Tishkar out on him. Again, Israel still pressing way out on the defense, which you would think could open a forward, like you said, some opportunities to try and go down low. But Israel obviously has scouted this very well and is comfortable with the way they're attacking this.
Good defense.
This U.S. offense.
I think it was Ted Wells who caused that turnover.
Jury comes away with it. LaForme loses his footing, so Jury goes underneath. Great slide help from Ian Murray.
Good to see Jury back on the floor because we saw him down and limped off the floor earlier.
Yeah, he was being helped to the bench, so had the halftime to recover. He does have the knee above and below. Has the calf kind of all taped up. Can't remember if that was taped up already before. Here's Lundy.
Oh,
off the post. He was that far from 6. Liam Mackay. It's a very effective shift. Toss the ball up to the offense and go back to the bench. Now Pilcher's the next guy standing by the door, but we'll see what happens if he is in fact ready to come out. This is Huguet. Watched by Murray. Hands it off to Lundy. He's going to drive to the middle again. Endicott popped open momentarily. Heisler got him. Foley rips one high. It bounces off of Endicott. And again, some jousting out front. Nice. Outlet pass to LaForme.
Nice pass by Pilon.
It's not always easy to come in cold in the second half and start throwing bombs, but Pilon pulls it off. Here's Culkin with Wiles. That's a very dynamic 2-man possibility, but the ball pops out of his stick. Tough break for Culkin. Away goes Friedman.
That was a nice check.
Oh, can't get it over. That's over back though. Oh, it's not called. So Wiles is going to come in on a break.
Draws a penalty.
Yep.
Stick came up a little high.
Renzetti going to the box again.
It was a nice play by Friedman on defense. Then he threw the ball away the other end and gave Wiles that opportunity that led to the penalty. The U.S. haven't been very effective on the power play. See that?
Yeah. That's an interesting one because that's not a grabbing with the hand. That's when you hook the stick onto the shoulder and kind of pulling on the shoulder.
I used to like
so
doing
it's
that.
A hold. Yeah. That's actually, we've been a bit hard on the refs. That's a very good call.
Yeah.
Because that's not necessarily an easy one to make when he doesn't grab on. Great chance in front for Ronda, but it's stopped by Getty again, who has been really sharp.
We've seen one power play goal for the U.S., and I don't even know if it was officially a power play goal. It was like with a second to go.
Back and forth. It gets away from Ronda. Jury goes hard after him, and then Ronda just steps over him. The backdoor pass to Lensing doesn't connect. They've still got time. Wiles steps in. There's room, and a bouncer for Schutz. Really nice job for them to find the open man, and you've wanted them to pass to Schutz in the middle more, and they do it.
Yeah, well, he doesn't usually play in the power play when it's 5-on-4. I thought that ball was going to go for the hard outside shot, but they chose. It's Wiles. He chose to go to Schutz instead, which is actually a better choice because he's close to the net, and he's able to get that shot away pretty quick.
I mean, that's very close to the spot Schutz has spent a lot of time standing on the power play. In that slot, he was actually maybe a couple steps higher up.
Yeah, there's no question. On the 5-on-3s, I want to see him get that stick open and give him the ball once in a while. And whether he scores or not, then they got to tighten up on him. It opens up for other things.
Wiles tries to duck underneath. A little pick from Culkin. Another great save by Getty. The U.S. has generated tons of chances here in the first 6 and a bit minutes of the second half to fight back, and they could be pretty much tied up if Getty hadn't been really sharp. Pilcher's on the floor over along the far boards, and Connor McCoy is watching him intently.
Well, that's the matchup they're trying to use, but Pilcher's been smart enough to shake the man off when he feels like it.
That pass doesn't quite connect with McCoy, who's going to have to track it down. It looks like they're quite comfortable with either McCoy or Murray, or even Nairati on him. Wow, 4 blue jerseys around McCoy, and they just pull it out and leave it for the 5th player, Pilcher, who makes his way slowly up the floor. Huguet rips it. That one comes into the belly of Pilon. Kind of got away for a second. Endicott went after it. Here comes Nairati the other direction. Israel, nice hustle to get their D out on the floor. All the forwards running full speed to the bench. Here's Nairati. Spinning away from trouble and leaves it for Lensing.
Too many men on the floor, I believe.
For the U.S.? Yeah, they had the ball. But you saw one player come running over, and then Hartzell, I think, just took off for the bench.
I think the U.S. recognized it long before the referee recognized it.
You can't do that, though. You have to stay out, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
You look guilty if you run to the bench.
You know,
stay out, keep playing, and then somebody sneaks off.
When I used to coach, and you see your team have too many men, you notice on the bench, you'd say, never yell. Like, I remember, call for a change. You say, so let's make a change.
Yeah, I remember, coaching the Peterborough Senior Women, and they'd always want to yell if you had too many. I was like,
no,
not a word.
If anything, you say, Joey, change it up. And then they come and you say, don't put anyone on.
Yeah. Of course, you can't yell down to the other end of the bench, so you hope somebody at the other end doesn't go out. Lundy, hard, low to high, but it's a little too high. There's a pass. McCoy grabs it on the 3rd try. He's going to the net. Lundy on him. McCoy loses his balance.
Good job by Lundy to stick with him and not take a penalty. I think McCoy was trying to draw a penalty there.
Oh, great job by Nairati to get there. Deflect that pass away from Pilcher. Then Murray swoops in to get it. I really like watching Carson Nairati play.
Yeah, he's had a good tournament.
Yeah.
As most of these players have.
Culkin. Over to Van Forest, and Fox is going to look back up to Culkin. Nope. Now he gets it to him as he cuts to the net. Somehow gets through. Everybody gets that shot off. Couldn't score, but that's sensational.
But that's what I want to see from the U.S. I think they have to be taking the ball to the net while they're shorthanded.
Yeah. No reason not to once you get under 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Maybe under 8 seconds.
Ball tape. Brendan Lundy has it.
Bar David back up to Lundy. Pilcher, sweep shot. Nice job by Pilon to be on his post.
Tracked that ball well.
Yeah. Endicott fires. Another save, Pilon. Bounces straight up to Murray. Skirts the crease and flings it ahead. Heisler. He's got Laforme ahead. Great pass. Oh, almost.
It was there. That pass was there. Oh, nice.
Oh, Heisler and then Renzetti. That's a nice defensive play.
I thought that was a high hit from Renzetti.
Okay. See, that one I thought was all right.
We're on different pages.
We are.
But I'll give Renzetti credit. He's played a mean game.
Yeah.
Everyone in the U.S. knows he's there.
Parker Masters flings it down to the backboards.
Successful penalty kill for the U.S. And we've only had one goal this half. It was the Schutz goal.
Yeah. Bar David waiting for everyone to get out with him. Pilcher again over on the far boards. Huguet gives it to him. Schutz is on. That's a big pick by Huguet. Foley off the foot of Nairati. They're going to call a push in the back by Foley, so U.S. will get possession. Pass ahead to Murray. He immediately moves it to John Fox. Culkin, they're waiting to see if he's going to go out. Nope, they're going to send Van Voorhis instead. They want 3 righties this time. Wiles gets a man on his hip. There's the roll. Couldn't quite get it to Lensing. They've got 3 to shoot. He scores.
I like that. And we've been saying that the ball did not go into the fence.
Right.
Didn't shoot it in the corner. And not to say that I'm always against throwing the ball in the corner, but you know, when you're down by a few goals, take a few more shots. That was just desperation shot by Lensing with about a second left in the shot clock.
I was literally about to say this could be dangerous because he's coming into open space, and you can see there's 3 on the shot clock right there. 2. It's going to be 2 as it goes in.
And you know, 2 players were on him pretty good. It's not like they were giving him a free shot. He took that shot with a lot of pressure.
And 2 U.S. players were racing back. Penalty coming to the U.S., so Getty gets to the crease, but he was covered.
Yeah.
There wasn't going to be there wasn't going to be transition because they had some players running back, so that's a good gamble. It's actually not even much of a gamble. Endicott with the shot. It'll bounce out. Weird hop. Nairadi trying to get to it. The shot clock's about to expire anyway, and the penalty will be applied. It's an illegal cross-check. Nobody's going so far. They're all waiting for the indication. Ah, there we go. It's Jordan Ginder. .349 to go in the third quarter. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to rob you of 15 minutes. So, the U.S. have the only 2 goals of this period so far. Israel would dearly love to get things rolling again a bit. Pilcher's down low on the power play.
Let's see if the U.S. adjusts it all to take something away from Lundy and Pilcher.
Goes to Pilcher. He's going to rotate up. Lundy is down in the crease. That backdoor pass to Bar David. Tries far side. That's not a bad bouncer, but he was about a foot wide. Pilcher gets it back.
You can't give him this.
Oh, that came hard off the boards.
I mean, you know, that's a long shot, but I just think when a player shoots as well as he does, don't give it to him.
Pilon had a good view of it, but sometimes that doesn't matter when you shoot as well as Pilcher does.
You know, at all levels of lacrosse,
Here comes the help. Great job by Fox to sense Wells coming. Goes to the middle. And does exactly what you said. Short-handed goal, John Fox. And you were right. He did go back when it came down to it. To the sidearm bouncer to the far side.
A short-handed goal, a huge short-handed goal for U.S. That's it, guy. Take it to the net. And again, relatively late in the shot clock, and that's a good hard shot. And that's been his bread and butter in the tournament.
Wow. He's also got a ton of assists.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, at every level of lacrosse, every goalie will tell you that certain guys, they don't want you to shoot. I remember Bob Watson, when I played with him, he'd say, don't let Tavares shoot. Just don't let him shoot. And I don't care from where. And so there's no insult to saying, hey, don't let Pilcher shoot. You know, even from
he
far
reaches out there from behind. Ori Bar David comes down. Bar David shoots. That one's stopped by Pilon. Picked up nicely by Nairadi. Steps away from pressure. Smart play to get out of the trouble and just lob it up to his captain.
If things go well, U.S. should be able to kill most of this penalty. There should be about 15 seconds left on the last Israel possession.
Yeah, it's about 19.
Let's see if they decide they're going to take it to the net again. I'd like to see them keep doing that. It's been good for them.
Yep. 2 of them going to the bench. And the backdoor cut by Lensing.
That's the play, and look at this.
And they get a reset. Oh, they don't get it. It is a loose ball push.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
Now they can, kill the rest of the penalty. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. And Lundy's ready to go. Swim move between the defenders. Great strip.
It's good defense. Just the extra hit by Schutz was not necessary.
No, they were getting the ball.
And that'll give them 9 seconds, enough time to get a good shot.
Oh, nice save by Pilon. Just got a bit of that. As Endicott looked like he'd picked the near side. And now they're going to wait and let Jordan Ginder come back in. Lundy at the top, over to Pilcher. That one's too high for Bar David. Now there's a penalty coming in front.
Okay, I think Lundy got at least one here. I think Lundy was probably getting the original penalty.
I think so, because Israel still had possession.
Yeah, I don't know if they gave him the extra on that last shot. Probably not.
The whistle went again.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
2. They gave him the extra penalty.
2 cross-checking penalties. So the U.S. have 3 straight goals, the only 3 of the third quarter, and now they have 4 minutes to try and get more with Israel's best player today in the penalty box. Fox. There's Schutz up in the shooter spot. See if he goes down to the middle again. Ronda, there's a Cutter Lensing in the middle. I thought he was there. A shot blocked by Jury. Loose ball push on the U.S. Israel will get possession. Mackay knocked down. Schutz is going to get it. And Jury was just going to go slowly to the bench. There's a loose ball push. And
the U.S. gets the ball back. They'd be wise to not worry about the extra stuff.
I mean, there probably should have been a penalty. And then Jury another chop. And Israel gets the ball.
I don't know how Israel got the ball in that play. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be a penalty.
Yeah, that's a delay on Endicott.
And I don't know if that was just a brain fart by Endicott, but
yeah, it's well after the whistle.
Was an obvious one, and they've been calling that all week, as they should.
Wait, is there another penalty coming already? That's going to be a penalty shot if there's two penalties. I thought I saw an indication of a cross-check.
I think it was just a late shot by Endicott.
It is a penalty shot.
Oh. So there must have been two penalties on that play.
Yes. So there's the penalty to Endicott is the late one. So the first one is the cross-check. That will be wiped out by the penalty shot, and then Endicott's going to go in. So after the penalty shot, either way.
Now I want to see
the U.S. is going to have a 5-on-3.
Just blast this shot.
Don't get too cute.
On the run, just blast it. Forget about the fakes.
Not bad.
Not a bad effort.
Nice save though by Getty. 52.5 seconds to go. 8-7 for Israel as we're nearing the end of the third quarter. And the U.S. has a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Endicott is going over to the bench because he's got an equipment issue.
Let's watch this replay again. Yeah. This is not the first penalty shot for the U.S. And it's not the first one for Fox.
Trying to grab his rebound. I'm not sure if he thought he could throw that one in there quickly. So a face-off. So Lundy's majors come down, so they're going to have to get that put back up on the board. Endicott is still over. He's still fixing his helmet over the bench, and now he looks like he's just settling in, and there's nobody there to serve that penalty.
Okay, then I don't understand why it was a penalty shot if that was the only penalty.
No, it was. No, now they're. Oh my goodness. Okay, now they're sending Friedman out. They've got
for the face-off.
4 runners. What on earth is happening?
If that's the case.
If there was only one penalty, there should have been a penalty shot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so confused. Sorry, folks.
Ginder continues to win the face-offs.
Murray gives it to Wiles. 40 seconds left in the period. There's 3 minutes on the Lundy major. And now the U.S. just getting their other guys out on the floor.
Very slow to get their power play on. That's not acceptable.
No. Fox at the top. He's going to rip it. Saved by Getty. Mackay with 20 seconds to go. Pilcher comes out. You can tell he's banged up, but he cuts to the middle, gets it, scores.
Terrible.
How do you do that?
Terrible defense. I watched that from the start. I thought, is somebody not going to take Pilcher? Now, it almost looked like it was a case of I'm not the guy assigned to him, and I'm pretty sure it's McCoy is the guy they want to cover him, but pick him up before he gets there. Somebody else, if McCoy's not on the floor yet, somebody's got to take him. You know, you and I could see that developing long before it happened.
Yeah. And Liam Mackay just waited till the perfect moment. And now he's got the ball again. Penalty coming to the U.S. And then Ginder snaps his stick on Mackay as the quarter ends. And that, so far, the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds of Brendan Lundy's, of Brendan Lundy's major could not have gone much worse for the U.S. Israel scores. then the U.S. takes a penalty. We're going to take a break. It is 9-7 Israel, 2:20 left on the Lundy Major. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brendan Shanahan. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. Some highlights here.
Good period for the U.S. and then starts with a power play goal by Schutz. And then this is like with just a couple seconds left on the shot clock, kind of a desperation shot for Lensing, and it works. And then this one is short-handed. John Fox drills a shot, and so it was a great period so far, but not a great ending as they allowed Pilcher, the most dangerous player on Israel, to get open short-handed to score a short-handed goal.
And the ball still loose for a long time there. The entire rest of that highlight, it was about 12 seconds into the quarter here before Ginder finally, the ball popped out and he came up with it.
They knew we were showing replay.
They did.
So they
needed a little time. Thanks, guys. And I was watching that replay. Here comes Fox. Bounces one, safe. And I think he didn't bounce it on that goal, did he? He just went thigh high.
Oh, really?
I think so. Maybe we can see it if we get a chance to see it again. I'm going to watch because that's the one I saw him working on pre-game, and that'd be pretty cool if he did. Here's Ori Bar-David. We are 4-on-4, a major each direction. Lundy with a minute and a half on his.
And 8 goals from the combination of Lundy and Pilcher. 5 of them from Lundy, who's in the box right now, but hasn't really hurt.
Here's Pilcher. He'll rip one. It's a little bit wide. Fox is going to track it down. And we did get word that Luke Pilcher has been cramping up. So that's why we saw him keep getting in the line, then going out,
about his shifts,
just waiting to see when he can go. He's just got off, literally. I mean, he finished the OLA Championship Series.
And on Wednesday.
Yeah, and the next night was here.
Yeah.
Culkin tries the toe drag. Wells on it, but Culkin scores. I was just talking about how the defense was really solid, and Culkin makes that moot with a great move.
Yeah, Culkin didn't score a goal the other night. Was quiet, but we've seen this throughout the tournament. He's dangerous one-on-one, and his teammate keeps Renzetti busy, and it's a great job there. The pick comes up, but Culkin beats his man, and a great bounce shot to put it in.
Great pick by Brian Wiles. And here comes Ginder, he scores!
Oh my.
Jordan Ginder, the U.S. have tied it up.
He saved his best offensively for this game. talked about how well he's done on face-offs. He's played some decent defense, but he is not a guy that we were expecting to contribute to the offense of the U.S.
And he did it with the face-off pick on that one, because that's right off the draw.
Well, if you win the face-offs as well as he has, you are going to get some chances.
Friedman jumped perfectly on that one and blew a shoe. Friedman's trying to get to his shoe. Ginder won't let him. And the ref is having a chat. I don't think Israel liked that very much.
Kind of a bad change for the U.S.
Oh, here's Bar David all alone, saved by Pilon.
Look up the floor.
Gets the pass to Wiles. He's got a man with him. They get to the, oh no, he doesn't go to side. He switches, scores! Brian Wiles! From the glorious pick to the great finish, Wiles helping out the U.S. They go ahead.
He played that 2-on-1 anything but by the book.
Yes.
He had a teammate coming behind him that he pretty much just ignored, and he still took it to the net for a goal. I thought the thing to do is to slow down, get to the right side, wait for your teammate, and instead he stays on the wrong side of the floor and drills in. Are you looking at the crease to see if that was?
No, I'm looking at the bench. Roy Colsey has come out on the floor to coach. The U.S. coaches do that. Israel's taken a timeout. There's Oliver Marty. Roy Colsey was out there. Israel players were walking across, and Riley DeLille got tied up with a U.S. player, took a swat at someone with a stick, and it actually looked like he might have hit Roy Colsey. And now Colsey and Marty are pulling everyone in, and I think that what their message is going to be is, let's keep this up, but let's settle down and stay within ourselves. Let the Israeli team get their, have their discipline issues if they're going to.
Oh, it's been so fast. Who scored that first goal for U.S. on this period? We've had 3 goals. Wiles just scored. Ginder scored before.
Culkin had one.
Culkin, that's right.
Yeah. Coming out when he got the pick from Wiles. What a string. Culkin with a beauty. Ginder with the take off the face-off. And then Wiles with, like you said, he actually cut in front of his man who was trying to get
I really thought he played that wrong. As I thought, it looked like he was going to cut across to his strong side and wait for his teammate, but instead he stayed on the wrong side. But he,
there's always the right decision if it goes in.
Yeah.
Ginder and Friedman. (10-9). The U.S. is up. In 17 seconds, Brendan Lundy will be released, and Israel will go to the power play. Renzetti comes in, but Friedman couldn't get it. It came hot at him. McCoy has the ball. U.S. in possession once again. Pass in front. Ginder thought about it. He's got Friedman on him. You can hear people yelling, pull it out. No, he's going to the net.
Hey,
save.
I don't blame him.
Hey, he's got 2. Oh, but here's Lundy. Bad timing for the shot. But the save by Pilon.
Great timing for the save.
Here comes Lensing running out of traffic. Penalty coming. Lensing has it, and it looks like he's just going to get trapped. Fox runs over to the rescue. And now what's the call here? It's Mackay.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't. It was away. It's a slash.
A slash, yeah.
He ran straight over. I think he may have been instructed to just get over and not say anything. Wow. So
we'll be playing 4-on-4 now.
Yeah, that negates the Israel power play. So for 2 minutes, we'll be 4-on-4, and then there'll be a brief 10-second power play for Israel. Pass backdoor. Fox can't quite get it. Schutz tried to get there. It's scooped up by DeLille. He's running one-on-one with Wiles. Schutz chasing after him. Well played defensively by those two. But DeLille does hang on to the ball. Now it pops out. Great work by Schutz. Boy, the U.S. is just taking control of this game. Israel needs a game-changing play. Pilcher's back on D with Renzetti. Fox shoots. Getty makes the save.
Almost squeezed through.
Very close. Oh, that was close to a check in the crease, and Pilcher so calmly flicks it behind his back. Gets it over to Huget. They've got to get it over. They're not going to make it over center. U.S. gets a turnover. Heisler He had Parker Masters, didn't elect to make the pass. Now he's going to pull it down. Fox wants the ball. He'll get it. And the U.S. will make wholesale changes. Israel really needs to settle down. That Getty save may have helped a bit, but the U.S. with the ball once again. Pass through. The spin and the shot by Lansing.
Getty calmly stopped that, but that was a nice effort by the U.S.
Lundy coming off the bench. He's picked up immediately by Trey Reyes and then runs over to the boards. Drury going for a run. Going to the net. Shoots, saved by Pilon. It was 8-4 for Israel at the half. It is now 10-9 for the U.S. 6-1 the run they are on.
That goaltending change is looking good too.
Awfully sharp, right?
Yeah, just one goal on Pilon.
Van Voorhis, 6 on the shot clock. Wiles wanted it. He gets the ball saved by Getty and again controls the rebound. Pilcher takes it.
And Mackay didn't realize his penalty is over.
There's a Pilcher shot and a huge save by Pilon. Lundy will get the rebound. That's a penalty to Heisler.
Yeah, that was not smart.
No, just not a good decision.
Like, at the very least, you're giving the loose ball to the other team, and in a worst case scenario, you're taking a penalty. And you don't want to be taking that penalty with the way the momentum has been going for your team. And Heisler's not happy with himself.
Here it is. You can see Lundy didn't quite have the ball. He's just about to grab it.
That ball is loose.
Yeah.
You can't bump a guy on the back when the ball is loose.
Especially when he's over by the boards.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of leaning down a bit, but Lundy at the top. Pilcher shooter spot. We'll give it back to Lundy. There's Endicott. The form. Bar David goes in, scores! Ori Bar David takes it to the net and chucks it home in the far side. Power play goal, it's 10-10.
And that's what he's got to do. I think the U.S. played the short man well. They were cheating on Pilcher. Look at, they're not giving Pilcher or Lundy much room. So they're kind of saying, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat us with, you know, your righties. And Bar David takes advantage of it.
And I thought Ori Bar David, I mentioned it earlier, I thought he'd look a bit tentative through much of the game, but boy, he just took that when he saw the lane, took it to the net, and a perfect finish for Ori Bar David. Oh, that's tipped by Laforme. It still gets through, though. A little whack to Mackay afterwards. Mackay, sorry. Huguet coming off the bench, corrals it nicely off the boards. There's Pilcher behind the net. Hits the cutter. Lundy. No one picks up Brendan Lundy. And Israel, just like that, turns the tables. They're up 11-10.
And who makes that pass from behind the net? Pilcher. And little frustration from Pilon. He's waving his arms like, you know, who's covering that guy? Yeah. Behind the net, and I don't know if all the U.S. players got caught watching. But yeah, that's the guy you do not want to allow, a guy who's got 5 goals on you to
How fascinating.
untouched.
The lefty connection, all of them on the righty's side of the floor. As Huguet got it down in the corner, threw it to Pilcher behind the net. There's a shot. Culkin almost tied it up, but the save by Getty. But then Pilcher has it. He's just on the other side. Throws it to Lundy coming off the bench on the offside. Pilcher. Hard fake. There's Bar David. Huguet gets it to Lundy. The lefties are setting up again. Barb David's going to back away. Tries to get a pass through. The shot clock will expire. Here comes Schutz. Still 8.5 minutes to go. It seems like there's been a lot packed into this game already.
And Wiles went off the bench of the net pretty hard. I thought Schutz was going to consider making that pass to him.
There he is. Just misses the far side after losing his man. Culkin gets it back. Goes to Wiles. He's dangerous coming up from behind the net, but Tishkart is ready to meet him. There's a pick from Culkin. Tishkart falls down. Fox with the shot. That hit Drury's leg. I think right where he's all wrapped up.
Has had a rough game.
And he is dragging himself and his stick over to the bench. He literally just has his stick in one hand, trailing along the floor.
He's going towards the dressing room.
Directly. Endicott. Lundy will give it to Pilcher along the boards. They've got 10 to shoot. There's space for him. Oh, Pilon bails them out after they gave him too much room.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He bailed him. You don't want to let Pilcher shoot like that.
Nairati. Nice pass ahead to Murray, I thought he was going to the net too. We don't often see the big defender.
Well, DeLille was back. I think if he didn't see DeLille in the middle to back up the defender, he would have taken that to the net.
Yeah, he saw the slide ready to come. Here's Fox now going underneath with Wells on him, flings it over to Wiles. Lensing, pick from Kalkin, that's too much.
Too much, yeah.
And that's one where you just, Tishkart was leaning. It wasn't a big pick, but he was leaning and he was clearly going to go down if you touch him a little bit even, right?
Yeah.
Tishkart leaves it there for Huguet. Waiting to get Endicott out. He slips over right beside Bar David. Lundy will go toe drag. 8 to shoot. Oh, there's Huguet. He can't quite catch it. The form.
Yeah, they've got to pick up this ball in the crease.
Yeah, just before it rolled out, he grabbed it.
Burned once.
McCoy got Schenker all over him. He's going to head to the bench as Fox whips it to Wiles. Kalkin is down near the far boards. Big pick by Wiles. Kalkin rips it.
Nice
save.
effort.
It rolls out. It's tapped back in. Are they going to call back in or is it incidental? Nope. No call. Oh my goodness, it pops out. Fox almost had it.
Oh my God.
He does have it. Fox backhand whip scores. John Fox, what a goal. Oh, just a series of unfortunate events for Israel, but John Fox takes and then luckily avoids a taunting penalty, which he probably should have got. That's unsportsmanlike, doing the little chirpy thing.
Yeah. But
I don't like that.
What a play that was. Getty is still down. Getty looks like he's hurt. Israel's telling the referees they need some time for their goaltender.
And Oliver Marty's calling his players in.
Look at that ball bouncing back and forth. You said it might have gone back in, but there's no clean pickup, and it just it looked like Getty had it there.
It was on his arm.
He just juggled it somehow.
Yeah. And I don't think it was a backhand call because look, it just never got out even.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But watch. Finally, it looks like Getty has the ball right here, and then
he actually scooped it up with his stick, and it rolled off his arm.
Bounces out. But give Fox credit. He got the ball, and he had enough patience to, instead of just trying to whip it straight at the net, he took it to his backhand where there was more open net and scooped it in beautifully. But you mentioned him chirping, and Fox, as much as anyone in this tournament, has probably made enemies.
Yes.
And I'm saying kind of in a positive way. He's got teams. He's got people under his skin, or he's got under people's skin.
Yes.
He's drawn as many penalties as anybody, and he's taken a few too.
And I don't mind getting under people's skins. I don't think.
No, and I agree with you.
That's beyond.
Now, the game is too good to be, look at the score or anything like
that. Oh my goodness! John Fox again has put the U.S. up 12-11.
And you're right again. He's chatting. But
boy, if he takes a penalty now.
It's a great goal. And just one-on-one, and he gets, I think that was Liam Mackay too, an experienced defender. That Fox made some room. Went to his patented hard bounce shot.
Friedman face-off win. They get it ahead to Lundy. It skips off his stick. Pilon goes after it and corrals it in the back. He's going to throw it ahead to nobody. He thought that Heisler was waiting the pass. Laforme was actually open, but Heisler was just going to the bench. And that went straight to Israel. They get it back. They trail by 1, 5.5 to go. Bar David picked up by Reyes.
Still a ton of time in this game, especially when you have Brendan Lundy and Pilcher on the floor for your team.
Murray on Lundy. Those are two big, strong men. That pass is out of play. Great defense by Murray.
Yeah.
U.S. has it.
And Murray and Schutz are probably the best matchups.
What a catch. Karsten Nairati had to go up and get that one.
Yeah, that was almost thrown away.
and it was thrown to him as he was still in the back court. He was led. He had to get over and get up and get it. What a play. There are so many things happening in this game. There's Lensing. Nice defense there by Tishgart. A little pick by Wiles. Ted Wells looks everywhere to make sure there's nobody lurking and gets up over center. Lundy, first guy off the bench. Israel's not even sending a righty first off the bench. They're just sending Lundy out. Pilcher's out there already. Lundy will pick for him a little bit.
Yeah, they're putting the big man on Lundy.
Great slide defense to deny Endicott a chance to shoot. Shuts Knox in the head, but Pilcher's going to be the one. Oh, no, he can't get there. Oh, he saw the 30 was ending.
He realized the 30 was ending.
And he's just going to stand in position to cover John Fox. They've been going back and forth, end to end, covering each other.
Yeah, Pilcher's been playing both sides of the floor.
Oh,
back.
Van Voorhis thought he saved it. So did Roy Colsey. Colsey moves on, though. He's just going to get his players out. That's great leadership by Colsey. Forget about the call. Just go play. 12-11, 4 minutes to go. The U.S. leads. What a nail-biter of a bronze medal game. Pilcher all alone off the crossbar. Huge defensive mistake by the U.S., but Pilcher just misses. Bar David over to Endicott. To Foley. They've got 3 righties out there.
And I think it's a mismatch defensively for the U.S. with Pilcher.
We've got Van Voorhis out there who plays at both ends of the floor.
I think Hewitt's got to get away from him.
Oh, it got through, but it goes wide. Bar David gets it back for a fresh 30. Brendan Lundy is standing at the door.
Yeah, I think this is where you, instead of playing the two-man game, you isolate Pilcher.
Yeah. He gets open, and there's a penalty coming.
It's got to be on Israel.
Too many men?
How?
That doesn't make sense. That looked like the indication. Illegal substitution? What?
That's what he... But how is that?
Is there another call? We'll have to listen. Maybe there's another.
Yeah, you're the expert on those ones.
I mean, the hands, one arm on top of the other is illegal substitution. He kind of moved the arm across. Maybe that's something we're not familiar with.
Yeah, we'll have to, hopefully, PA announcer will.
Doug Hutting is winner. Oh!
I didn't think that was a signal for a butt end.
I didn't know that either.
The signal was actually the movement of the stick. But
wow, a butt ending major with 3:10 left now in the game, and we didn't see that one. But I mean, holy cow! And if he did it, then that's clearly you go. That's not cool.
Okay, timeout for the U.S.
Yeah, the U.S. is going to stop things here.
This is not a bad play. Making sure.
I don't know if we have that on camera, that call.
Who was it again?
Jonathan Endicott.
Endicott. And throughout the tournament, he has not been a dirty player.
No. Liam Mackay is over to ask.
Oliver Marty leading the charge. I think, one of the most important things from the U.S. point of view is to not allow the fast break, not make lazy passes up high, because I would fully expect Pilcher to be on the short man and to be looking for that opportunity to go.
He's been cramping, though. He hasn't been running fast lately.
No.
So, I don't know. I mean, Mackay is out there. Pilcher is walking away from the group. I think he's going to go to the offensive door. So, it looks like it'll be Mackay, DeLille, Jury,
like not going on.
and Renzetti will be the penalty killers for Israel. And, of course, Justin Getty.
And more... Probably one of these guys on Israel has been told that, hey, if we get the ball, or it even looks like we got the ball, go straight to the bench. Because they want to release Pilcher. They've already scored one shorthanded goal on him coming off the bench.
Yeah, and Pilcher is standing at the door, even though it's the time for a righty. They're sending their big lefty.
They haven't even closed the door.
So DeLille is going to be high on the diamond, and Jury will be in the crease. Lensing starts with it. Wiles is up high. Fox at the top, 3 rights.
It almost looks like U.S. is going to... Oh, they're just going to kill time.
What are they doing?
Oh, my.
What?
Was there like 30 seconds left on the shot clock?
I don't... Oh, maybe there was no time left. I thought it was...
Oh, yeah, you know what? No, they called the timeout.
with
Yeah,
time
they
running out.
didn't reset the shot clock for us to see, but
Oh, picked off by LaForme. Pilcher's got to run with him. Gets great position. Here comes Mackay. LaForme didn't see him until the last moment, but spins away the pass. Nairati not going to the net. The U.S. just
looks like the U.S. is going to play some 4-on-3.
Yeah.
Schutz has got to get into it.
Lundy has stayed up in the offensive zone, so McCoy stays with him. Now Schutz is going to go back, and the U.S. are just
I think the U.S.
killing their
has
power
to take
play
it to the net. Yeah, I think they're way too tentative.
Okay, and look, obviously what they're thinking is they're on the power play.
Kill time.
Yeah, just let the 30 go. But
and I still, nothing
Lundy
wrong with that.
trying to be pushed over. Nice roll.
That was a great job.
Pilcher can't get it. Heisler gets it. Oh no, it dropped. Pilcher has it. He's got Lundy with him. Starts to go to the net. Heisler falls, gets back up. Pilcher, Doug scores! It's a goal. Luke Pilcher from behind the net, short-handed. Oh my goodness.
You were talking about that earlier in the game, how it's not a great distance from that white line behind the net. And it's almost like Pilcher had put that in the bank all game, waiting for the right time. Short-handed effort. Pilcher, he knows what he's doing. He knows he wants to go behind the net. Nobody else on the floor knows this is the plan. Oh my gosh.
And he went over the arm so he could get the angle back, because it's harder when you go over the top. If you reach around, you can get some angle. Going over the top, you've got to really get up. So the angle he took, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Now the U.S. has to score on this power play now.
There's a backdoor attempt. Lensing pulls it back out. Now he shoots. That one's wide. Ronda can't get it, but Schutz does. 2 seconds left. He just tries to fling it on net. That one's wide. 30 expires. 1:12 to go. Mackay gets into the offensive zone with Murray all over him. Flicks it.
And remember, it's a 5-minute penalty on Israel.
Yeah, it would carry over if this period ends without another goal. Lundy. He gets a shot. Saved by Pilon. Pounces on the rebound with Ryan Foley lurking.
That's a good job by Pilon. You can't give him that shot.
40 seconds left. They go to the far side. Lensing up to Wiles. Fox now coming out. He has been the U.S. hero so far in this quarter. He has the ball. Back to Schutz. Lensing.
Oh, nice save.
Nairati on the back door, but that's a stop by Getty. 20 seconds left. Israel can wait. Now, are they going to pull the goalie and go for the last shot? He's walking out. He's stopped. They're not going to pull him. 12 seconds. They're going to go 4-on-5. The pass to Lundy didn't quite connect, and he looked to the sky. He couldn't believe it. 5 seconds left. Will the U.S. get a shot off? Schutz has it. Shoots. It's too late.
Nice.
We're going to overtime. We will take a 2-minute break. Then we'll put 15 minutes up on the board. Wow. So it is 12-12, and good luck running through the highlights and keeping track of what happened with all that, Shanny. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the overtime period, as it is Israel 12, U.S. 12. Israel with 1:43 left to go on their penalty. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. We are ready to go with overtime. It is sudden death. Israel still shorthanded for 1:43. If it goes that long, Ginder wins the faceoff. The U.S. will get the first chance. Can he do it? No, he's going to peel out and hand it to Wells.
And the U.S. has to switch back to the offensive mode. They were thinking about killing the rest of this game, getting the win, and they were killing some time. And now they're on the power play. They got to think offense, score a goal.
Fox to Wiles. He can create. There's shots on the far side. Christian Ronda.
They're giving him space.
Shoots the save by Getty. Renzetti tried to pick it up. It's loose. Ronda bodies off Mackay. They're fighting for it. It's going to be picked up. No, it's not. It's still on the floor. Nobody can get this ball as we are in a 15-minute sudden death overtime period. The next team to score will win. Israel has it. Liam Mackay is on the run. They're still shorthanded. He tried to get it to Pilcher. It hits a U.S. player as he's stepping off the floor.
A U.S. player could have, I think he was afraid. That was Schutz thought it was going to be too many men.
Yeah.
He would have been fine to play that ball.
Here comes
a timeout, I believe.
Each team does get one timeout. The U.S. is using theirs now, and Connor McCoy is like, hey, I was on a break. Now, there were 2 Israel defenders out there already, so let's take a breath. I need a breath.
A nice scoring opportunity by Christian Ronda, who's already got 2 goals in this game. Because the defense, the short man, they're playing a diamond there, and they're leaving the guys on the crease a little bit more space, and I was waiting for them to take advantage of it. Ronda did take it to the net, wasn't able to put it by Getty.
That's really how the U.S. has had a lot of success. So, you're going to see Wiles. Fox is coming out. Lensing will be out.
Pick a guy. Who do you think is going to score? Each team.
I'm going to take.
I'm going to say
Wiles.
Yeah.
And for Israel, I picked first for U.S. So you take your U.S. guy. You get your pick.
I'll say Ronda, U.S.
Okay. You get to Israel first.
Israel, a Pilcher.
Okay. Then I'll take. I'm going to take Lundy.
Not a bad guess. They've got 10 of their 12 goals. Lundy and Pilcher.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I would have taken Pilcher, but I grabbed my U.S. guy first. So. Fox. Schutz throws it down to Ronda. He steps in. Diamond for Israel. 23 on the penalty. Wiles. Up to Lensing. Little pick. Slips it. Wiles has it back. Looking to Fox. He's going to shoot. No, he's going to go to Lensing, who shoots. Scores! Colby Lensing has won the bronze medal for the U.S. They stream off the bench. Justin Getty can't believe it. What a thrilling game. And most of the team went up to get around Lensing. About 5 guys went to Camp Pilon, who is just as much of a hero as anyone on this team.
Pilon came in the second half and only allowed 4 goals. Great game for him. I mean, a great game for everybody out there. Lensing gets his second of the game on the power play. And he's done this the whole tournament, sort of stepping back and taking that shot. And we thought that Getty had it, but it squeezed through. And what a great feeling this is for the U.S. Tough. Here we're going to see it again. And he's done this a lot.
I didn't see where it went in.
No, neither did I. We said they've been given a little bit more room for the crease. He steps out.
5-hole.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Getty's in perfect position, and it does take a few seconds. You got to see the reaction for Ronda before you actually realize this is a goal. Oh, look at the guy in the far crease, because nobody in the rink knows for a couple seconds.
Lensing doesn't know. Yeah, look at the left. It's Ronda.
It's Ronda.
Oh no, Lensing knows. I take it back. Lensing knows. They're going to shake hands, and boy, Israel dejected, but valorous attempt. Unbelievable to come back and get that tying goal by Luke Pilcher to force overtime. Then Colby Lensing.
A 5-minute major against Israel while the U.S. had a 1-goal lead. So, a heroic effort to tie it up by Pilcher. It was a power play
goal, right? There was still a couple seconds left.
Yeah, that was a power play goal. 11 seconds left on a power play. What a game.
Wow. We are going to have our player of the game presentations.
And I'm not even going to guess that.
I will tell you who they are.
Okay, well,
we're going to get off. We actually have the gold medal game in 49 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
We're not going to necessarily wait. We'll leave the video on maybe, but we got to get off air. And the winners of the players of the game for Israel was Brendan Lundy.
Good call.
6 goals, unbelievable. And for the U.S., John Fox.
Excellent game.
Excellent games from both of them. That will do it for the bronze medal game. if we match that in the gold between Canada and Iroquois, that will really be something. I'm Steven Stamp. He's Brian Shanahan. We'll be back in 48